All right. Welcome everyone to another episode of Live Today Health Talk. We are streaming in live from the Inspirational Broadcasting Network, hosted by Like You Imagined. And our Facebook page for our listening audience is Live Today Health Talk. Our YouTube channel is Live Today Health Talk. And if you want to call in to be a participant, call us in at 515-604-9292. We have another spectacular show for you today, as always. But before I go any further, I want to hear from my co-host, Rosa J.
Yes. I am here, alive, and ready to start. It is such a great thing.
Huh?
I said it's such a great thing to be here today.
Yes, it is. And today, our co-host Charlene B will not be with us today, but I cannot go any further without saying we are celebrating two birthdays. I mean, a 76-year-old, my mommy, CJ, and her mommy, 80 years old, I do believe. Oh, what a blessing to have.
Happy birthday.
Yes. What a
happy
blessing
birthday.
Still with us today. So as we continue on, we have to always give our Father, our Creator, all the praises. So if I may ask Rosa J, if I'm going to pray, and then she will come right on in with a scripture. All right. So, Father, we thank you. We thank you as we celebrate today. Not just birthdays, but another day of life. Father, we thank you for keeping us, for lifting us, and allowing us to see another day. Father, I just thank you for the doors that are opening for everyone that is joining me today, the doors that are open for those that are under our voice. Because each time we are allowed to come across this airway, it is my belief. I believe that someone is being blessed as we share your health message. You have provided this airway, this channel, to us for a reason. And Father, we only ask that we continue to serve you as we put out throughout the week and as we meet here on Sundays to continue with your health message. I want to say a special prayer for our guest speaker today because I know this young man is a son, a child of yours, Father, and he is so multi-talented, and it is such a pleasure to have him back with us today. I want to give a shout out to his lovely wife in our prayers to keep her lifted with his, I believe, 3 children. Just keep his family lifted as he continues to do your work, as he continues to obey you, him and his lovely wife, Nicole, as they continue to just go out into the field, into the community, and spread your love, your joy. Father, he is a shepherd. He is a shepherd. And as I read his bio later, other people will hear. They'll hear his testimonies. They'll hear his journey, Father, and they'll just, all of us, they'll just want to share. They'll just want to be a part of the community because spread your love. This message that we are sharing is from none other but from you. So in Jesus' name I pray. And I thank you, Father, for just giving us the ability to share your word. Amen.
Yes. Amen. And so it is.
Amen.
Thank you. Pray to the Lord, right? Every day, all day. Because, I believe that every thought is a prayer, every song is a prayer, every word is a prayer. So we're coming this day from John 33. John 16:33 from the Message Bible. And it begins. Jesus answered them, "Do you finally believe? In fact, you're about to make a run for it, saving your own sins and abandoning me. But I'm not abandoned. The Father is with me. I told you all this so that trusting me, you will be unshakable and assured, deeply at peace in the goodness and godless world. You will continue to experience difficulties, but take heart. I've conquered the world. And so it is. Amen. Believe and trust in Jesus. And guess what? You too can have this. That's my intake. So I turn it back over to you, Tiffany. And thank
Well,
you.
I thank you for that word. And as we give thanks to our sponsors, I want to start off with Cherry Bars, My Econ, Longevity, oh my goodness, TLC, Soul Purpose, and Curves. Each one of these sponsors, myself and my co-host, have had a journey together with, and we just thank them for continuing to be a blessing. And if I left any of them out, Rosa, please help me out. But I thank them for continuing to be a blessing to us. And our disclaimer, our health message is to provide a safe place for our listeners to receive information that will make them more knowledgeable of their choices. We're not, or we do not proclaim to be medical doctors, nor do we claim that what has worked for us will work for you. But as always, we want to empower you and give you the knowledge so that you can make the educational decisions for yourself. So we lay it out there to you and for you to do your research and make the decision so that you will be more aware of your options. So,
Yes, because without purpose, without good information, we cannot make good decisions. So we give you good information so that you can make a sound, solid decision as to what to do to continue to expand every part of your life. You know, we've been doing this for a long time, too. We have a lot of people that have changed their course. We pray based on what we said. It's going to be an amazing show today. So listen up. Take your pens out. Get your paper. Because Rob Hauser is a ball. The boy is the man, I should say. He's much younger than me, though. The man is amazing. Tiffany, tell us a little bit about this. This great.
So again, yes. So again, if you are listening, you can, if you're listening live, that's on Like You Imagine broadcast, network broadcast, or Live Today Health Talk, which is our personal Facebook group page, or our YouTube channel is also Live Today Health Talk. But you can also call in and be a participant on 515-604-9292. I'm going to share a little bit of information about our guest speaker today, because I know that he is a true entrepreneur. He is out there doing a kingdom grind every day. Rob Howe, he is an empowerment artist with a passion for helping people unleash their highest potential. He says that his mission is to create billions of healthy, wealthy human beings by empowering people with the knowledge and tools that lead them to living healthier, more prosperous lives. So now you see why we had to invite him back, because he falls right on in with our niche, right? His current platform consists of inspirational music, interactive programs, multimedia presentations, youth development, and public speaking presentations that encourage people to be fit, rich in their lives and in their businesses. some of the experiences he has under his belt to be so young, right? Are creative artist, personal trainer, licensed minister, public speaker, author, and believe it or not, 20 years of personal and business development, which have equipped him to speak and train on a variety of topics in various categories. So with no further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce to some and present to others. Mr. Rob House, are you in the house?
I'm in the house. I'm in the house. Thank you for that wonderful introduction. You know, I love to be in the house.
Yes, yes. So, Rob, do you want to tell us a little bit about your story, or Rosa J, do you have our list of questions before you today as well? So we're going to tag team him and just have him share. Huh?
I most certainly do. I most certainly do, but we're going to listen to him first because this brother can talk.
Listen, it's like, be very careful. You know, we have guidelines. Don't let me just start talking, because I have a lot to say. I mean, this is a wonderful thing. You know, so just think about this. You know, when you were talking in the beginning about how this is a platform and you never know who can be listening, but we know people are listening. And so you have a direct connection to the trajectory of people's lives. Are you kidding me? We have that. And so I'm always excited about the opportunity to plant a seed, you know, to plant a seed. And we talked about, you know, we haven't gone into it, but you mentioned fit rich. And if someone's fit rich, healthy is the new wealthy, right? Health is your wealth. And to be fit rich, you have to be healthy and wealthy. And in order to be healthy and wealthy, there's three main areas that basically make up everyone's life. Every single thing, every attribute, experience comes down these three roads: mind, body, and spirit. Nothing in life happens without those three: mind, body, and spirit. So those are the three main entries to your world that create you: mind, body, and spirit. Then it will be your goal to get healthy in those three areas, right? You want to be as healthy as possible in the three main arteries of your life. So that's what we're doing, sisters. We're helping people get those veins, arteries cleared out, right? Getting them fit rich so they can think good, feel good, look good, and pass that on to the next generation.
All righty. Thank you so much. So, Rob, if you would, just tell us exactly what you do.
You know, that's a very interesting question because it really depends on the environment.
It's a loaded one.
It depends on the season, the environment, you know, because based off the last 20 years of that God has allowed me to experience, it's been everything from, you know, personal training. I was actually in the pulpit preaching and traveling for about 10 years, and it was a wonderful experience. But how much growth can a person have in an area when they're around such great people? And so I wanted to refresh and strengthen my spirit. So, you know, I got involved deep in the ministry, and of course I want to stay in shape and live long and be as strong as possible in my competitive intramural sports. So why not become a personal trainer? And so I did that to keep myself strong, and I realized, well, it also helps people live longer too, and that's what kind of opened the door to, you know, to really making me aware that I had the power to actually keep people alive or help them stay alive or enhance their lives. Like I could do it. Like you can do it. Interesting. That's what God is talking about. The power of life or death is in your tongue. And so I realized it's in your tongue, it's also in your actions and thoughts and everything else goes with it. So I am an empowerment artist. You know, that's what I am. You know, music is the core of me and creation, but through the arts, I'm an empowerment artist. Through the arts, I use my ability and skills to empower people. And to me, empowering someone is really just giving them the strength to do what they already could have done, but they just didn't have the strength at the time. You know, maybe it's to break an addiction. Maybe it's to, you know, build a business. Maybe it's to be better in your marriage. Whatever it is. Empowerment, though. It's empowerment. And
Em-
so
Empower.
my goal, my
No,
goal is to empower people. Empower them to be their best self.
I noticed that I heard you say that you also deal with marriages. Can you tell us some of the experiences that you've had in counseling couples? So you do couple counseling also? About people
So
that come, yeah, they don't deal with
so so
kids.
so this, so this will be an unofficial, right? Because I wouldn't walk around and classify myself as the person to come to, but because you've been in an experience, you've been in a relationship, and you witnessed and you learn your own lessons, and you can share them, right? So there's younger couples that, and it's interesting, some couples that I was actually the coach and teacher, and then they grew up and now they're married. It's weird. It's really interesting to watch that process. But you know, when it comes to whatever I share in regards to couples, I share my own experience. I share our
Mhm.
experience and how I grew as a man, and what are some of the things that I did. And what that does is just shorten people's learning curve. They're still going to have their challenges in their own life, but success leaves clues, and everything has a science to it. So there's no reason to reinvent the wheel. So you don't have to relive problems. I tell my son that all the time. I made a lot of mistakes. Make your own. So make mine. So that's what we're trying to do. We just help you know, appreciate each other. You know what it starts with? It starts with appreciating the person, really having gratitude for a person, having gratitude for yourself, and having gratitude for them, and always putting them first. It's interesting because you have to take care of you first. Obviously, we're using logic, but putting the other person first. And this actually works in every relationship across the planet. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, putting someone else first, they feel that, and then they automatically want to put you first. It's just the way it works. It's
Mm.
humans. There's nothing you can do about it. So when you put them last, when you put folks last, they want to put you last too. They might not say it, but you didn't say it either. Said unsaid. The unsaid is the new show. But it's true.
So were you always like this? I noticed you said for 20 years. So what made you decide to reestablish your own health?
Well,
What was it? What was it?
so there's been an evolution of that for me. I can talk about the very last season because I've evolved in regards to my health. Um, I've grown over the years. I used to drink sodas all the time, then I stopped drinking sodas. I used to, eat sugar all the time, then I stopped eating it. Well, I'm not saying I stopped consuming sugar, but I don't buy, sugar cane. I may have some things that have sugar in it, but I've changed the game with that too. So I've been evolving. But what made me shift was my body. When you're younger, I could do anything. I can hop over cars. You're invincible. But then when you cross the 40-yard line, you're not. You know what I'm saying? And actually, when you cross the 30-yard line, you start getting hints that you're not, but you still are somewhat invincible. And then right around 40, it's like, wow, I can't eat this the way I used to eat this. Like my body is not feeling me on this, and I'm knowing what it is. So it was affecting everything. It was affecting my body. It was affecting my mind. And if your mind's affected, everything's affected, your spirit included. Although the spirit is the most important component to everything, the mind controls it. The mind controls everything. And so if your body's unhealthy, it's going to affect your mind. That's why we take a holistic approach to everything. You can't just work on one area. They all matter. But the point is, to answer your question, what got me relaunched was I needed to get my mind right, and I knew that's what I needed to do. And so I began to just shift how I was doing a few things, change some things up in my life. Started getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, change the routine, started meditating more, being intentional about it, and my relationship with my wife changed. I'm fast forwarding, but my children, everything just shifted. My perspective shifted, and it's happened within like 6 to 8 months. You know, so
Oh, I'm muted. And then you come to the point, if you change your mind, everything around you changes.
yep, absolutely, that's it.
Love
You don't mind, it don't matter.
That's true. Um,
Go ahead.
so,
So, go ahead. Go
no,
ahead.
you go right ahead.
Oh,
No, go. You got it fast enough. Go right ahead.
Since Rob just told us how much he pours out, what motivates you, Rob?
You know, it's so interesting. I was just having a conversation with God yesterday, and I got called outside. It was about 8 o'clock, and I walked out into the grass and stood there, just really thinking, like, wow, this is amazing. Like, you really have an opportunity to keep humanity here longer. Wow. Each person has this tremendous capability and power to impact another person's life. And the way we stay here longer is if we grow as a people, a civilization. We grow when we get fit rich. Fit rich is being mentally, physically, and spiritually well. And so what motivates me is to know that every day I wake up, everything that I contributes to that good. Take a O out of good, he's got God. That's how you know he created this whole system. So I'm just leading, I'm just on the front lines and I'm excited and motivated about what can happen next.
So as you
Huh?
say, what can happen next? Yeah. What
Hmm.
What did it take for you to decide to reestablish and to want to take from your cup?
Say that one more time.
Yeah. So as you said, you decided, you asked God. So what was it that you heard, or what was it that made you decide that you wanted to reestablish your life and decide to, because you have a wife and children. So what was it that led you to constantly give and give in the position that you are in now, to reestablish your life and your health, and to situate yourself or position yourself that you would be
You,
an entrepreneur that gave. So I said of your cup, because your cup runneth over, but you're constantly
hmm
giving of
I really feel like I was blessed to have parents that I had in the family. Because the giving part is it's a natural extension. It's not something that is forced or trying to be created. It's imperative that I do it, or I don't even feel good. I can't even hold everything. Anyway, I don't want it. And so what for me, creating possibilities for people, being a fisher of men, like that's it. That's what we're called to do. And so I'm just super excited about how I get to do it, Tiffany. It's like I get to do that. What warms my heart? Look, you know how you find your purpose. Here's a quick route, shortcut. If someone can't find their purpose, if you try to find your purpose, here's a shortcut to really getting close to it. Find out what makes you happy. What really puts you on fire? What fires you up? What makes you happy? Right? What is it? And then think about how that thing, by you doing that thing that makes you happy, how you can bring value to other people. Just that it. That's it. Those two things. What makes you happy, and then based on whatever makes you happy, find a way to make other people happy with it. And that's it. Like there you go. It's like never-ending, infinite value. what makes you happy, what fires you up, and then bring value to other people. So that's why I do what I do, because I'm in that pocket. It fires me up, and people can drink.
You make it sound so easy, Rob, but it's not.
It's
So that brings to
yeah.
me, how do you help people to do that? Finding what you love. I heard that ever since I started to be an entrepreneur. What do you love to do? What would you do for free?
Right. Yep.
When you have to be paid, won't have to be paid for. That is so difficult. Do you assist people in tuning into that?
Oh
do you
yeah,
have a
absolutely.
client or?
Oh my goodness, I got a plan, and I have a plan and a book to go with the plan, and a training course with the plan. It's called Purpose Search, and I didn't do that on purpose. When I found my purpose, I was so excited, and again, like the natural instinct, I want other people to be able to do this. So let me write a book. Let me write down. No, it didn't start that way. It started with first me writing down how it happened. So when I saw, I was like, okay, I was looking at my gifts, and then I was trying to decide what kind of talents I had. I was looking around for my resources, and I was thinking about what I was passionate about, and all those four keys unlocked my purpose. So I began to write about each of those entities in more in detail: gifts, talents, resources, and passion, and then was birthed Purpose Search. Right, and so that was a book, and then the training course that's on Udemy. And so, how do you do it? So, four keys that unlock a person's purpose. It doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, who you voted for. It doesn't matter. These four keys will unlock your purpose, meaning if you spend time reviewing the information that will be compiled from this, you will find it. And your gifts are the things that you're born with. Everyone has a gift. Some of us have multiple gifts, but everyone has at least one. And maybe you need to ask, if you don't know what that is, start to do some introspection. Ask mom, ask some of your friends. They'll tell you, and see what they say, and see what lines up, and see what they say most. You can find your gift. Everyone has it, but write them down. You columnize them. Right? Like, put four columns. Gifts, talents, resources, and passion. And under gifts, begin to write them down. And then the next column are your talents. Talents are similar to gifts, but these are things that you've gotten better at over time because of practice and preparation and hours of time that you've invested. Like for example, marketing, networking, sales. These are all talents, but you can have any talent. But write them down. Write down the talents you have, and also write down the talents that you want. Because everything is learnable. If you want to fly a rocket, you can do that. Everything is doable. So write down all the talents you have and you want to have. And then the third column is your resources. Resources are everything that are in the atmosphere, in the realm to support you. People, universities, YouTube, whatever, books. But you begin to do a brain dump of the resources, and what you'll find is that by doing this brain dump, brainstorming, you'll unravel and unpack things you haven't really looked at, and you'll notice things that you haven't really noticed were available to you. Like a lot of times, we don't know even some of the opportunities that are right before us, but when we stop and do what's called like a self-reflection kind of thing, it helps us to basically see what's available. So those your resources, you're gonna write those down. Then your passion, what gets you fired up? What gets you up early, keeps you up late? What, as you were saying earlier, what would you do for free? Like what is that thing you just want to do? Like for me, I can make music. I mean, you don't have to pay me anything. In fact, no one is right now. No one's paying me anything anyway. But that's about to change too, though. A lot of things are changing this season since a whole lot of great stuff. but But still, I've been doing it forever. Yeah, I've done some concerts, and gotten paid, and done some shows, and so, but not like, no, not like a professional should be getting paid, right? But I love it, so I just do it. I'm passionate about music. My gift is speaking, is words. My talents, I built them up. A list. I don't want to keep saying all my talents, but I didn't do it on purpose. I just did it. It's like, okay, I want to do that. I want to do that. I want to do that. And next, 20 years later, like, wow, I did all this. Okay, how do we do that? How do we put all this together? So my purpose is to help develop billions of healthy, wealthy people. And how do I do that? Well, look at the gifts, talents, and resources and my passion. It makes me an empowerment artist. That's my story.
Wow. So can you share with our audience, based off of everything you just said, how did you manage to find the time for 20 whole years? I know it's been a growth process also, I'm sure. And I know the first time we met, that we met on the talk show, that is, you shared some things with us that were life changing. I'm not sure if you want to go that deep into it, but just how have you managed with small children, raising a family, to pour 20 years into an entrepreneurship? Well, I can also say a kingdom driven entrepreneurship.
You know, God's grace, I know for sure. God's grace, and I really have a plan. I really have a plan. And one thing to my benefit, I was an organized person early. Organized meaning keeping a scheduler, segmenting my ideas, journaling, all the things that allow the brain to function at its highest capacity. I've done that for a long time, and that's what's helped me to do the multiple things and not be ready to jump off a building. Because there's been some times where I was just stressed out, and because I'm unorganized. My thoughts aren't organized. My my my, my schedule's not organized, and whenever you're unorganized, and anxiety and things like that kick in. But when you have your stuff together, you have a plan, you're following through. What happens is you actually get more done in less time, even and better efficiency. Like what? Yeah, you actually get more done in less time with better efficiency. So wow, instead of spending more time and being less efficient, that doesn't even sound like you should be doing that. You know what I mean? Like, don't do that. Don't do that. How do you not do that? Get organized. So I'll tell you that's been the key. I wrote a book called Hocus Focus. Hocus Focus, yeah, the magic of laser focus. I guess it's interesting that it was how I found my purpose. So got focused. I just got tired of swinging, missing. Like, wait, what is going on? Okay, you stop for a second and you look at what you're swinging at. Like, wait, I don't even want to swing at that. Swinging at stuff. It's like that story, the man who climbed the ladder of success, always at the top, to realize he's in the wrong building. Like, oh my goodness, I'm not going to be that person. So I just stopped swinging and got focused, recentered. And by doing that, allowed me to really not just strategize my life, uh, but segment my thoughts, which helped my performance in thinking, because the thinking creates the action. Obviously, you got accurate action, and it just reinforces more accurate thinking. Like, okay, so here we go. you know,
So your book is called Hocus Focus?
Hocus Focus, the magic of laser
That's,
focus.
that's good. That's what I thought. I remember that book. I remember when you wrote that book.
Yeah, yeah.
I think you had just wrote that book when I first met you, and you were talking about that.
Yeah, yeah.
So you've written many books, and do you have a web page, or how does one get any of your books?
Yeah, actually, on my website, everything is there. The videos, music, books, robhowespeaks.com. robhousespeaks.com. And,
House
you know,
Speaks.
yep, robhousespeaks.com. Google's done a tremendous job too. Like, because my name is, it's not as unique as I thought it was. I thought it was the only Rob. I thought it was the only house. Seriously, I never heard of any houses until Facebook. Like, all of a sudden, it's like a million of us. So on Facebook, I'm not significant, but on Google, if you type in Rob House, like, I'm the only one. Yeah, I pop up. Like, wow, that's great. That's great. So someone wants to find out, all the videos and just see the multiple different things based off their interests. They can do that too. So the website is great because I have it all compiled and you can, basically see what you need to see.
Very good. I hear you. There it is. I just typed it in the chat. Your beautiful wife. Does your wife with you already? No, I know you do. I was looking at, I said I was looking at the two of you sing a song a couple of weeks ago. And I said,
I remember.
So sis, look at you, and I look at you, and I'd be like, I look at you guys, and I say everyone should be and have that. As a couple, you support each other so fabulously.
Yes.
And I know that a part of this whole process helps. It helps that you have a supportive partner because you're all over the place. You're thinking, you're working, and someone has to stay some sort of balance in that whole relationship.
She is.
So I am
She's
grateful that God sent you that sister to help you and assist you.
She's the one.
And I know you do praise and are grateful for that. So now, your company is called World Fit. What is World Fit?
So I got a couple. We got a couple. Fit World,
okay.
Can't Fit. Yeah, because Can't Fit is a youth empowerment program. That's for the kids. It's like a Biggest Loser, but for kids. But it's not just about losing weight. It's about getting them fit rich. That's the whole program. We're just empowering them. And coming very soon, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be launching these schools. A new version of schools will be coming to a world near you. But Can't Fit is just that component for it. It's for the youth. And then Fit World, that's really just, that's the idea. Fit World is the idea. Think about that. If you think about, if you just say that, the idea automatically shows up. Fit World. And there's that world we were talking about. It's going to last long. There's that world that won't be dying off like Venus. There's that world, Earth. Yeah. We're going to take care of this world. So we're going to take care of ourselves, and then we're going to take care of each other.
You sound like a light worker. In my community, they would consider you a light worker, someone who shows the light so that everyone can see the change. That is the most amazing thing, and an awesome job to be one of the great light workers of the world, to change the universe. We need people like you. We need people. We need more people to get involved in changing the world. Because, now we get into the spiritual part. My belief is, if we do this world differently, if we say and act and be a different person in a world that we want to create, it'll catch on. Because more people will want to be healthy, happy, and free. So I, again, commend you for the work you do and how you serve. So, Tiffany, you got any other questions? I just love the style. I just do. So, I'm going to let you talk.
So, of course, because, we've been talking about Rob's family and his gel with his partner, his life mate, his soulmate. So, Rob, within all the things that you do, as you just said, many books and many different businesses, how does your family fit in? Because I know that they not only support, but we've met some, and so does everybody have their certain niche also within the businesses? Or do they just the brainchild just say, come on, I want you to do this, and this, you know what I mean? Or does everyone have
Yeah,
their particular niche also?
yeah. In a way, like so, you know, Harmony and Melody both sing. Harmony's also in the theater. Harmony's my older daughter. Melody's my younger one. RJ edits most of all the videos you see. He'll be doing the edits. And obviously Nicole, she is the voice, the queen voice of the house, and beautiful voice. And also, she keeps us together. Like she makes sure that we have our family outings and vacations are planned, and we're doing game night, and she keeps that rolling. But my daughter, Harmony, the middle one, she also helps with my marketing. So I'll give her tasks because she's learning things. She could actually go work for someone and get paid because of the things that she's been doing in the business in regards to some of the things I have her do on LinkedIn or Facebook, or she's doing data entry, working with spreadsheets. She's learning some stuff that's going to give her those skills. And of course, we're teaching soft skills every day. So they're getting the experience, helping the family move forward, and changing the world. You know, Worked out pretty good. And it's not always a sunshiny day. But 80% of the days are good. You got 80% of good days, so that's what we'll work with that.
But isn't that something? Because you are preparing them, the family businesses are preparing them for the future. And not to mention that you all have been blessed. They've been so talented. They're just so talented already. So, and like you said, and Rosa said earlier, listening to you and your wife, when you guys came on our show, was it like 2 years ago, the first time when we met? And you
Yep,
guys
yep.
have when I chose, as by the way, for our listening audience, if you do not know, Rob Howes is can I say, the author or the choreographer of our song, our opening and our closing music. So, but
Oh,
they have, when you shared that with me, there was a ballad on that list of songs that you shared with me that you and your wife did together. And like Rosa said, it was just so amazing. So she is the songstress or the songbird there. But you don't do too
mm,
bad yourself.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. That's all, thank you.
So you also done camps. I've heard of some of the camps that you've done over the years. Do you have one coming up for the summer for these
No, that
children or adults?
actually this summer we're working with some of the camp interns and doing some volunteer work. So it's not necessarily we're doing our summer camp for our kids, um, but the camp fit is going to be more like we're working at what are some of the events coming up? I know the senior luncheon at the Newton Mansion. Um, there's a coat drive and it's like two other events. And this is just an opportunity for, some of the past campers to get some volunteer work and get some experience in philanthropic work, give back, showing them that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Well, you have to put some of the events that you have up on our page, like
Yeah.
especially the coaching. And this is a perfect time for winter coats to be collected. People are going through their closets, detoxing their closet. I know myself, I have a bunch of coats that are either too small or I've had them and they're still well. So, still can be used.
Yeah.
So please keep us posted on the Live
Okay.
Today Health page so that we
Absolutely.
can share that out. I love what you do. And like I said, you are the bomb.com. There is no
Thank
doubt of
you.
that. And you just show up so gracefully.
Well, I appreciate
And
you
you
so
have so
much.
much energy. You have so much energy. Whenever I see you, I'll be like, this boy. Okay, what time is it? Early in the morning, after the day. I was like, really, where does he get all that energy from? Oh, but the one
Look,
thing that we haven't talked about is your app, the app that you have. Don't you have some apps on in the Play Store, or do you have to go to your website to download it?
no, actually, very interesting. I have, I haven't even released it publicly yet, so it's so interesting that you brought this up. So it's not an app, but we have something. We have a beta of something that we'll call it LinkedIn Virtual Assistant. Certain activities that we do on LinkedIn that's necessary if you're looking to network consistently, and that's tagging. Tagging is when you, I'm not, so if anyone who doesn't know, tagging is when you are sharing a post and then you are letting other people know you just posted that. And so you put their name in it and then they show up and they see it. And you have tagging, you have messaging, and that's basically inboxing. Basically you can, and this is also super supportive and helpful if you create a post and you tag people and let them know that you have a post here, but then you also message them and say, hey, I just put up a post, would love to get your feedback on it. That's messaging. Right? And then there's connecting, where you're reaching out to people that you don't know, but in a certain industry or a field that you're interested in knowing people about. Those are three things that
Mm.
you need to do. If you're not doing those three things, then, you're just hanging out. It's a hobby for you. That's fine. But if you're in business for business on LinkedIn, you're doing those three things. So I started doing those things. My LinkedIn, my LinkedIn social presence has really grown, better than any other social platform I've been on. And I followed these metrics. I followed these methods, kept the metrics. Then I had my daughter Harmony. She had doing what I was doing, the tagging, the message. I would compile the message. Then I decided, what if we had a robot, friendly robot, AI is here doing what I needed to do. And so now that day has come. The day is coming. It's called TagStrat. If you go to tagstrat.com, you will be able to actually. This is the first. I think. Yeah, this is definitely the first time I put it out publicly. So you typically don't put out a beta to the public, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, and you go there and you'll see what it is. Basically, tagstrat.com.
Yeah.
Strat is
Very
like
good.
strategy, by the way. Like strategy. So tag and then strat like strategy. STRAT. Tagstrat.com. Yep. And that is the main flow right now for what I am thinking about will save me a tremendous amount of time. It has saved me hours a week. So thank you.
Rob, repeat
So
that. You
we're
said
at
tagstrat.com.
Say that one more time.
Repeat that. You said tagstrat.com. I'm trying to put it in the feed, the beta.
Yep. Yep. Tag strat like tag you're it. So tag
Uh-huh.
and strat. And strat
Strat
like the
is
first.
uh-huh.
Yep.
All right.
That's it.
Pushing the
That's
button. It's in the feed.
it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. Yep, it came up. It came up. Today's game.
Okay.
All righty.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
So what do you have to leave us with? Oh, look, both of us fat. Okay, Tiffany.
Nope, we
I'll
both
leave it
saying
up
the
to
same
you.
thing. I'm like, what's next? Yes.
Well, I'll tell you what's next. I'll tell you what's next. There's an album coming out, and it's called Happiness is Mandatory. And
Ooh.
this is the story. This is the story, and I'm at a place. I'm very interested to see what's going to happen from this. I've been doing music. I've been creating, I've been writing my entire life. I've been doing it forever, but there's something interesting about this season here. Just better person, just in totality. So that means we're gonna have better music. I'm excited to see what that feels like. And if the purpose, because every purpose has a purpose, your purpose has a purpose. If the purpose is to make people happy, if the purpose of this album is to bring joy and happiness to people, we know that music is consumed by everyone, doesn't matter the language. So I'm excited about that. Happiness is mandatory, so that's coming soon.
Happiness is mandatory. I love that because I think so too. You can always have a choice. You have a choice to be unhappy or happy in every aspect of your life.
Yeah.
You change your mind, you change your experience. And being happy is a sure way to get there. I can't wait. I cannot wait for it to be dropped and published and sent out again. Tag us, please, when it becomes available.
Absolutely.
Honey, doing what you want to do, what you love to do, because I think singing and writing is what you love to do.
Yeah,
that's just me. That's just me.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That is the mission.
That is the mission. And that should go really, really far. So now you've talked about what's next, and we only really have we have 7 minutes. I guess we need to wind it up. What would you like to leave folks with?
So there's this thing that there's this thing that happened to me that allowed me to become the greatest person that I could be. There's a process that I went through, and when I got through the process, because I'm a social scientist and I want to know exactly what happened to me so that I can measure it and understand it and see the quantifiable results, I looked back and I was like, wow, these 3 things happened, really, and this is why I am who I am. And so I decided to call it the fulfillment formula. The fulfillment formula. And this formula, if anyone can consume it, anyone can get it. It's at your access instantly. But this fulfillment formula, once you get it, doesn't matter what area of your life you want fulfillment in, you can get it. Business, relationships, spiritual, whatever you're thinking about, whatever you need or you would love to create and have fulfillment in. And fulfillment is having the fullest potentiality of whatever that is. And so for me, I wanted fulfillment in life. So the fulfillment formula, there's 3 ingredients. The 3 ingredients are self-reflection, course correction, and humility. And these 3 ingredients create the fulfillment formula. And let me tell you why it works. If you take it daily, if you take this daily, you will be fulfilled. It's inevitable. It's unstoppable. It's undeniable. Self-reflection. What this means, I'm going to show you how it worked for me. So I began to take a look at how I was showing up in the world. I began to, in particular, start looking at how I was showing up to my wife. Like, how was she really perceiving me? Like, I know how I thought I was coming off because of me. But when do you stop and ask somebody? You know what I mean? Like, how you feel about this? And so by self-reflection, I started saying, okay, well, yeah, I'm not actually hitting it out of the park like I thought I was. There's some things that I should be doing that I'm not. Like, I don't even know my wife's love language. Like, I know it, but I don't know it. Some self-reflection, right? And then course correction, which follows right up with that. Now I can make some changes. I can make some adjustments. So now I'm like, okay, well, how do I love my wife? Well, she loves flowers and cards. That means something to her. So bringing her a card and flowers will show her that I actually do appreciate her, and creating a date night for us to go out makes her feel as if, wow, he actually does care about our relationship. Now, I've always cared about the relationship. No more caring has happened, but by self-reflecting, I realized that it's not about my perception, because each person's perception is their reality. So if I want the reality of her loving me the way I want her to love me, I need to love her the way she needs to be loved. Come on, somebody, you better talk about it.
About that.
Yeah, That's self-reflection and course correction. But watch, the third
All right
ingredient doesn't work. Without the third ingredient, none of that works. And it's humility. See, humility allowed me to have self. See, if you're not humble, me doing self-reflection doesn't mean anything. I'm gonna see still what I want to see. So I'm never gonna course correct accurately. If I'm not humble, I'm not gonna see that I need to make changes or that the way I'm showing up is not good enough for her. I'm gonna think what I'm doing is groovy. But humility is basically putting other people first. Put other folks first. It's not about you. Well, that's a good start. And so, looking, having self-reflection through the eyes of humility, allow me to make the accurate course corrections. And then, when you get in the habit of doing that, that happens. It has to happen consistently, and it doesn't happen habitually. Meaning, you do without even thinking, and you do 90% of this stuff every day without thinking. We got 70,000 thoughts a day, and 90% of them things are the same thoughts from the day before, and you didn't even know you had them. It's like what? Yeah. And so you got to consciously put good habits in that little mix. And so that's what that self-reflection, course correction, humility process. If you practice that daily, then it'll become a part of your habitual behavior. The next thing you know, flowers bloom, relationships grow, suns start to open up to you, business partners start to show up and go away. Life opens up. Life opens up.
Okay, so any man that you have trained to be like you, send him my way.
I know that's right. So
I appreciate you. I love you. Make sure you hug and kiss some babies for me. And I bless
so much
for just being with us. Thank you for sharing your time, your tips, your life goals, all that. And I say to anyone who is listening today and in the future, please check out Rob Howard on Facebook, on his channel. It's all in the comments. And I am saying good night to you and giving it to Tiffany.
Oh, thank you, Rosa. Thank you, Tiffany. Appreciate you and what you guys are doing for the world. And we are, thousands of years from now, today will matter.
yeah. Well, you two, we have to come to a close. I tell you, that time goes, but we want to thank you again. Everybody give a hand to Rob. And what Live Today Health Talk. As we close out, we thank you, our listening audience, once again for hanging out with us with Rosa J., Tiffany D., and Charlene B. at Live Today Health Talk. So we'll be looking forward to next week. Until then, everybody be blessed, and remember, your health is your wealth. All righty. Thanks for joining us. Health Next.